Hi there, it's Paulie here. So, I've just sort of had a masterclass in that thing of everyone's welcome at our table. So, I'd been attending a group here in Perth, a gaming group, and, on the surface it looked fine, and it was the typical everyone is welcome here, etc. But I have to say, when I turned up, there's just the vibe you can't put your finger on. It's just like, yes, it's an all-male dominated environment. One or two women turn up, but you sort of notice they're only ever with partners. They never turned up as, civilians. These aren't gals running solo. And then after you're there for a couple of visits, and basically they're used to having me round, then the masks start to come off. And out come just the commentary on female players, how hot they are. The table talk gets worse and worse. Then in later episodes, oh my god, I think I touched on this, but suddenly we get rapey player, a player in a role-playing game who just wants to rape the non-player characters. That's what he's there for. And I'm trying to find ways of dealing with this. But I talked with the people involved to say, look, you need an acceptable behaviour policy. And when people turn up, the host was getting up and sort of, hey, welcome everyone, great to see everyone on table 1, we've got this game on table 2. You need to extend that and say, by the way, our acceptable behaviour policy is up here, and if someone's making you feel uncomfortable, please tell the referee at your table or contact the host and just please say there's a problem. I said, you've got to start doing this. Well, they were quite incensed that anyone could in any way imply that things weren't perfect, and how dare I imply that someone should modify their behaviour just because they're making someone else uncomfortable. It's like, well, they can just leave then, they shouldn't be here. And then I had a female friend turn up when I wasn't there, and they were actually getting mansplained down to by the nice helpful men trying to show how to do your character sheet, and here's how you roll your dice. And I know, she's a grown woman, she knows what a character sheet is, she knows how to read the dice. She's played this stuff before, people. And it got to a real head when I suggested that there be acceptable behaviour rules enforced. Much angry white boy hand waving that they shouldn't have to change behaviour. Right, fast forward to today. There's my hobby. It's gone. Who the hell do I play with? Because, like I said, my actual games group vanished when I came out as trans. A friend in dance actually told me to get in touch with a new group that's just set up. They are called Wonderful Wargames. They're here in Perth. If you are here in Perth, have a look at Wonderful Wargames. And they specifically set up as an LGBTQ plus friendly gaming group. It was a bit of a hike. I went down there, but as you can see, it's beautiful weather, so who cares about the hike? And I wandered in, and this is just a group of people who were sick and tired of this bullshit, basically. So they've hired a school hall, 2 Sundays a month, and they're running games. Role-playing games, Warhammer, board games. I'm going to turn them to the dark side of historical miniatures, this sort of thing. But, and here's how it's done, folks. When you walk in, they have a committee. There is a committee member whose job is to be near the entryway and look for new people. And this person gets up and welcomes you in. Hi! This is my name. Have you been here before? No? I thought you were new. Well, here's a club. We meet on these days. Here's our flyers and everything if you want to have one. Let me just introduce you around. And, this is good. These guys here, this is Frank, our Warhammer guru. This is, these guys are playing TIE Fighter, these people. Yeah, so you got to meet everybody. You got walked around to see what was being played. You were welcomed. And it actually was everyone is welcome. There was no creepy boys clustering together in tables where they could mutter, mutter imprecations or do the locker room talk. It was just this friendly, outgoing group with everyone mingling back and forth. Yeah, they have acceptable behaviour policies, and there they are. And they're up front. If you're making people uncomfortable, you can get on your bike, mate, off your trot. And as a group, it was amazing. I'm in this hall. There were, I think on count, there was something like 11 trans women playing. There were 4 trans masc. There was a bunch of deliciously delightful, boppy queer people running about the place, and a bunch of ordinary gamers. The typical guy you'll see playing, bold action or whatever anywhere you go. Everyone just side by side, just playing and having a fantastic time. The organisers of the club said, yeah, they had been playing competition X-Wing, had come 8th in the entire country at a massive tournament, and had been told that, oh, it's amazing you did so well for a woman. And they just said, that's it, we're done. I'm starting a club that just doesn't tolerate this bullshit. So, many thanks to Wonderful Wargames for organising such a club, but also for being a model of how it should be done. For those of you who run groups and clubs like this, the greeter is important. I used to run these clubs, and this is how I would do it. I'm not saying it arbitrarily, it's how you get members to come and stay. You have someone on your committee whose job is to look for new people. Those new people have to be welcomed. You have to come over, that person has to talk to them. Hi, who are you? Introduce yourself to that person. Now has a friend. They have one person at the club that they really do know. Then find out what their interests are as you talk to them, and walk them over to meet some of the people that share that interest. Now they've got 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends. They're off and racing. That person's going to come back. You got a new club member now. That's how it's done. It's that simple. And just police the creepy behaviour. Think once, think twice, don't creep people the hell out. The other group was just, like a goth girl would turn up and there's people just making sexual comments about her breasts or, how hot she is, and they're like, mate, she's 2 tables away, she can hear this. Oh, that's alright, we have lots of women here. Yeah, but I've noticed they don't stay. Ever thought of asking one why? Make people comfortable, make people honestly welcome, they will stay. Also snacks. Yes, these guys had caught on to the idea that gamers have a terrible obsession with snacking. So yes, the club has drinks and nibblies right there. And that's also an absolute winner. So anyway, thank you to that club for being there and for running a really good session. I will absolutely be coming back, and I will be reaching out to other people locally to get them to come along and check this out. A great group, and definitely a model of how to run a games club. Anyway, cheers everyone, and I'm going to go for a walk in the beautiful spring weather. Yay!